Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. This is my second part of a two-part Facebook Marketplace find video that I recently acquired a bunch of fishing tackle. In part one, I took you through the fishing rods and the tackle box finds that I had. In total, there were about 4 tackle boxes and about 10 fishing rods. And there was about 8 reels. So I chose to break this video into 2 for convenience sake, just to make it easy on everybody and to give me a break in between. But today I'm going to go over the 8 fishing reels that were included in this sale. Again, for those of you keeping score, the entire group of items cost just over $200, and I think I got my money's worth, and you can be the judge of that as well. So we showed you in the first part a bunch of ugly sticks and Abu rods and the like. These are some of the reels that were attached to them, and let's take a look at these, and let's see which ones I'm going to do videos on. So before I get started, I always like to thank our first responders and essential personnel, the folks that are keeping us safe and healthy during this pandemic, and for those that medical workers that are on the front lines, as well as the EMTs, the first aid, the fire, the rescue, the police, and all of the people that are essential to our daily life, the food services, the teachers, the transit workers, and the like. Thank you for all it is that you do to keep us healthy. Well, there were 8 reels, and the first one I'm displaying is a Penn 710Z. I thought it lost its badge, but in the bottom of the package there was the badge. So this is a 710. It's got a problem bottoming out here. I can just feel it there. And typically what happens with this reel is that there's a compression washer underneath here, a little Teflon washer. And with the age of this reel, chances are that has been compressed about as far as it can be. You either need to double that one up or get a replacement washer that will take the bottoming right out. So I'm guessing if we just turn it, you don't hear the bottoming at all going on. So what that means is that that washer has been compressed too much, and that this spool, the bottom of this spool, is rubbing against the side case as that hits the low end of the stroke. So that's why it's called bottoming out. So it's a Penn Spinfisher 710Z. They're very popular. They're in demand. This one's in good condition except for that badge, and we'll find a way to reattach the badge. There is some minor case scratching going on there, but that shouldn't disturb anybody. Otherwise, this one's a nice reel, and we're going to see what we can do to restore that. But I've already done 710s on my video library, so I won't do that. Next one is an absolutely gorgeous 704. This one is clean throughout. It's got very limited wear. There's a little bit of paint loss on the foot. There's a little bit of scuff going on the spool. This one's just everything that a 704 should be. Again, a highly in-demand reel. The reel today sells for more than it sold for new. So there you go. And believe it or not, there's actually a third Spinfisher. This one I think I'm going to do one on. This one's heavily used. You can see that all of the paint is worn off the bottom side of the rotor and is in the process of falling apart. This is the 720. That's kind of an interim one. This is a little bit rarer. It's got the aluminum spool. It's got a little bit of a different case design between the Z and the standard 700 series, and it's got a different internal mechanism. It's the internal mechanism is almost similar to the Mitchell 324 reel. This is a lighter weight reel, and boy is this one bogged down. So we're going to take this apart. We'll show you why it's so sluggish. We'll show you how it's made, and we'll put it back together again and let it go fishing. So those are 3 of the Penn Spinfishers. I think when you start to put the value on what it is that became available in the slide, you can see that the price is probably worth the deal plus some. All right, so we have here is a Penn Jigmaster. It's got a lot of tarnish on it, but I don't think it's got a lot of chrome loss. That's kind of evidenced by the spool, but I think most of that should clean up. This is the 500S, and the 500S is an oddball in the Jigmaster fleet, if you will, in that the spool comes out of the non-gear side. Most of the time the Jig Masters have the single take-apart screw on the gear side of the reel. In this case it has the take-apart on the non-gear side. I don't like this reel, and I don't like the reel because it's only got the 4 external pieces holding that gear side on. It does have 2 screws underneath on the frame that holds the reel seat in, but it's subject to twist and torsion, and I've seen an awful lot of these reels come in with spool rub because the frame is twisted because that handle side is not anchored below. But regardless of that, it's a nice reel, and for the right price somebody will enjoy it and take it fishing. I also have a Penn 209. This is the Pure 209. This one got a little bit of a skip going, and I don't have a drive on the worm gear. So what that typically means is that there's an idler gear that is broken. That idler gear sits in here. It's a plastic transmission gear between the spool and the worm gear drive, and in this case the worm gear is not moving. So in all likelihood that's a broken idler gear. The good news is that you can still get those, and I'll be able to put this one back and get that one fishing again. Next up then is we just did a video on a Ocean City knuckle buster. Here's a Penn knuckle buster. Kind of has the same problem, doesn't it? It has a bent handle, among other things. I don't know if that got trapped or what it is. This is the 77, the model 77. It's the only true knuckle buster that they made. But in this size, they made a little bit bigger one in the 78. But it'll clean up. We'll get that handle straightened out there and see what we can do with that one. They're not particularly valuable or collectible. So the last one that I have then is a well, I have 2. This is a Mitchell 396. This one it's got a lot of dust and salt and stuff on it, but it seems to be performing nicely. So this one is probably your best saltwater surf casting reel. I think what I may do is tune this one up. I think I've done a video on this one already, but I think I will tune this one up, put it on that 11-foot ugly stick, and see how it does. The paint on this one is in very good condition. There's very limited scraping and scarring going on here. There's accumulated dirt and debris from wherever this was stored. There is a lot of salt on here, but it doesn't seem to have corroded the case at all, and everything kind of seems functional with that. So we'll see what we can do on that one to make that one good. Again, I think I've already done the 386 as a video, and just as a pleasant surprise, there was a second one in there. Surprisingly enough, almost identical in condition to the first, including all of the salt residue on the spool and the dirt and debris up top. Here, this one's got a few more scrapes on there than the other one does, but it seems to be performing equally well. And I would call that a good find. So well, we got a bail that doesn't trip there, so maybe we'll do a how to fix the bail on this one. This one's got an interesting bail setup on it, so maybe we'll do that one. Okay, so there you go. We have 3 spin fishers, we have 2 Mitchell 396s, we have 3 Penns, the Penn Jig Masters 500S, the 209 and the 77 to complete out that Facebook Marketplace find. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing what you can find if you're vigilant, and if you know what you're looking for, and if you're aware of what the market is and how to appropriately price the objects that somebody may be having up for sale there. So if you want to see these reels tuned up, or if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, and please, if you're interested in this type of hobby or in servicing fishing reels, please subscribe to my channel, and if you do subscribe to my channel, please hit the notification button. So this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.